Good morning, people. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing another full day of eating. It's going to be 5,000 calories today on my bulk. I'm going to weigh myself now, and I'm going to weigh myself at the end of the video, and let's see how much weight I've put on by the end of the day, and if I'm bloated or not. So 92 kilos to start the day. I believe without the phone I was 91.7. And again, 5,000 calories, probably about 4 litres of fluid as well. And then let's see what we are come the end of the day. So, welcome back to the channel. As I said today, another full day of eating, as they all seem to be, because they get views. And at the end of the day, I want to get some views on these videos, because otherwise I'm spending like 8+ hours filming and editing and all that for 150 people to see a video, which is not great. So again, another full day of eating. Currently, it's only been 4 days or so. So basically, little rundown. I've been sick for the last month, pretty much last 3.5 weeks. Just got back into training. I was tracking food throughout the time I was ill, and I was averaging around 3,000 calories a day. And my weight dropped from peak. I think at the beginning of December, I was 94 kilos. And just before I got better again, I was 88.9, so significant weight drop. And my appetite now, since going back to training, going back to work again, it's been through the roof. This is my first week, which I'll be training every day, and my first full week back at work, and I'm averaging 18,000 steps a day, and then I'll be training 5 days as well. So 5,000 calories has been pretty comfortable for me to put back, around 300 grams of protein. Fats have been really high, to be fair, as have carbs, and this is my first meal. I'm going to put on the screen how it looks, with macros, things of that nature. This is literally 1,000 calories on the dot. And then I will show you in time for my next meal.
I'm back home now.
So, just back from the shop because I realised that I didn't have everything that I needed for the week, especially for breakfast tomorrow. I have this cereal literally every single morning, between like 50 to 100 grams of it, somewhere in that region, depending on how high my appetite is. So 2 boxes of that. Rice cakes, because I always have these with jam and peanut butter pre-session. Also Greek yogurt, because, well, the fat-free one, because I forgot to, or I didn't buy the correct one. I bought full-fat Greek yogurt, which has got 30 grams of fat, 10 grams of fat per 100 grams, and this has got 0.2 grams, so you can see why I get the fat-free one. And then I just got some noodles as well. I'm going to make up meal 2 now, which will be rice, beef mince, and some other carb sauce, and I will show you when it's done. Meal 2. We're starting this off with beef mince and jasmine rice. It's 164 grams of jasmine rice and 250 grams beef mince. As you can tell, this isn't normal dry beef mince. I don't know if you can tell from this angle, to be fair, but it's amazing. I put the recipe on this channel ages ago. I'm going to update it and put it on as a short form, and hopefully a few of you will see it if you fancy spicing up your beef mince so it's not dry and really hard to eat. That's part 1 of this meal, and then I will show you parts 2 and 3 when I finished eating this meal. So we've got cinnamon raisin bagel with 24 grams of Nutella and also 20 grams of Biscoff on the other side. And then I've also got 100 grams of pineapple as well for health. This is going to again take me over that threshold of kind of where I need to get my calories up for the meal. So to have just rice and beef mince for a meal is going to be ridiculous. Like already 150 grams is cooked weight for 50, or like what I just had was, 450 grams of rice, which is huge. Instead of adding even more rice on top, I'm just going to start putting bagels in, pancakes, things of that nature, just a little bit of simple sugars to help me digest that food a bit better, hence why I've got Nutella and Biscoff spread on here. So, chin chin, I've got a haircut appointment in 10 minutes, so I need to eat this quite quick. Good evening. The time is currently 6:30, and I'm going to be making my 3rd meal of the day. A little bit longer than expected, and that was because I was shaving everywhere, and I've got a trim, and I had to wash my hair and get all the little bits of hair out, and that takes always far longer than I anticipate it will. So this meal is going to be homemade cream of rice which is literally jasmine rice blended simply. So 150 grams. Raw weight has ended up this time being 450 grams cooked. So I'm going to spoon up 450 grams into the blender. And then basically all I'm going to add to this meal is protein powder in the form of paste, which I'll put on top. And then I will put some banana, some blueberries, and I'll see what else. Probably some pancakes as well I'll have on the side just to, again, increase this. So I'm going to have another 1,200 calories, I think, for this meal. I'm going to put the calories up and the macros up with each of the meal in post. So you'll know like what I've had meal by meal, and then you'll see it at the end of the day. So I'm going to do this, and then I will show you the finished product and me eating it. You're definitely in that.
Oh no!
Part one of the meal, as I said, it's an absolutely massive bowl of cream of rice. I put the Perform carrot cake way in there for the first time, made a paste out of it, tastes absolutely banging. And then I've mixed that in with banana and some frozen blueberries as well. It's going to be a very nice meal. I'm going to get it down probably quite quick, and then I will show you the second part of the meal as well, which, as I said, will probably be some pancakes. Eat your meal slow as well. If you're like me and you eat your meals really quick, you're most likely going to run into some digestion issues, and it's really easy to eat meals quick, especially when they're like this, when it's almost like a soup. Obviously, when you're chewing, it's going to slow you down a touch, but try and chew your meals because they will digest quicker and better. And if you inhale your food like me, then ideally, you're more than likely you're going to run into some indigestion issues down the line, especially when you're eating quite a large amount of foods like I am at the moment. But yeah, do what, as I say, and not as I do. This is a true test of how good looking you are. If the front flash, rear flash is on the camera, if I don't look appalling, then I'm going to be pretty happy with that. So part two of this meal, shortly going to be followed by part three. I should have done the other way around, but it's what it is. I've got 2 pancakes, Scotch pancakes with 25 grams of jam on each. I will polish that off, and then after that I'm going to have a bagel with 2 slices of Spanish ham on, which I will show you in a second as well, which will take this meal to a total, I think, of 1,350 calories, somewhere thereabouts, but you'll see that in a sec. So scram this, and then I will get to the next part. Right, last part of the meal. That is 2 slices of Spanish ham, bagel. I'm gonna, again, inhale this, or I'm gonna try and eat it somewhat slow. Oh God. That was 1,390 calories. What time is it now? 7:10. And then I've got 1 more meal to go, which I'll probably have around 10 or half 10ish. And then it'll be bedtime. I'm out of breath, and people will say, "Oh, steroids will make you out of breath, you're gonna die." Honestly, I get out of breath when I'm eating a lot of food. Like, that's the only time when I struggle to breathe a bit and to catch my breath. The second I stop eating as much, my breathing is absolutely fine. I just think it's the amount of food that's going in my system all the time. It just makes me out of breath a bit. So there's that. Right, I'm going to eat this. See you at the next meal. Right, so as you can see, this is my food for tomorrow. This is 3 meals that I'm going to bring with me because I'm training in the evening and I'm not going to have time to go home. So cereal, Greek yogurt and whey, beef mince and rice, pineapple, cereal to go with that meal, rice cakes to go with that meal, coffee to go with that meal, and that to go with that meal as well. So that is, I think, 3,800 calories prepped, and it leaves me 1 meal tomorrow evening, which will be 1,200 calories, which I'll have. Again, it will be noodles and chicken because that's been my go-to for the last week or so. I just thought I'd show you that before we get to our next meal. It's 8:30, so I've got probably another couple hours until I finally have my last meal. And hopefully I'll be a little bit more hungry then, because at the moment I am pretty stuffed and my belly is looking quite full. So, see you in a minute. Right, so this is part one of my final meal of the day. It used to be chicken and rice, and then I found these. They're not ready noodles, but they're not far off. You stick them in the. I suppose they're already noodles. You stick them in the pan for 2 minutes and just stir fry them about, and then they're ready to go. These are medium noodles. I've had udon noodles, rice noodles so far. Rice noodles were the easiest to get down, but they did have 10 grams of fat per pack, and obviously I'm having 2 packs at a time because that works out as between like 90 to 100 grams of carbs and 20 grams of fat. I don't know. I just didn't want to add more fat on the day, especially on that day. I think my fat ended up being like 130, which is quite high. So yeah, as I said, this is part one. Was 2 packs of instant noodles. I did a whole pack of the ready-made chow mein sauce. 200 grams raw weight of chicken, and then some carrots as well, because health is wealth and all that malarkey. I'm going to see if vegetables digest, because I haven't eaten vegetables properly or like consistently in meals for it's been like 7 months now, because they were just bloating me every time I ate them. They were literally killing my stomach, killing my appetite, and I'm just trying to slowly introduce them back now, just finding what vegetables I can actually digest, because they are quite nice to have, especially when you're dieting, filling up food volume, and even when you're in the off season. Firstly, obviously health wise, but secondly, and more importantly, to be honest, is actually being able to get the food down. Having some veg in there, I find makes your food more palatable, because it's a different texture and it's also a different taste as well. So it just makes it less samey. So yeah, as I said, eat this now, and I'm undecided what I'm going to have next. But I think I've got like 450 calories left of the day. So I'm going to try and find something carb heavy to tide me over until tomorrow. So we will enjoy this one. Highly recommend this, by the way, if you can find them. I got them in Aldi. I think the noodles are they were like £1.20, and then the packet is like 40, 45, 50p for the sauce. Again, some ready, cook your own chicken breast, or buy some ready-made one. Can't be asked as well. What did I put on this? I put chicken satay sauce on this korma, again, shop bought. Tastes beautiful. That goes down so good. I think these are going to stay in the off season. My God, I've had these every day. Well, I've had them, I think, for the last 3 days now, back to back, just different. I've tried different noodles every time and different sauces, but that's a really nice meal. So yeah, it's now 10:26. I'm up at 5:30 tomorrow at work, and I've still got 400 calories left. Excuse me. Last bit of food for the day. Skin on fries, if it fits your macros and all that good stuff. Gonna get one of these bad boys in the air fryer, and then we're gonna weigh up 300 grams of the chips. 28, 304. That's all good. Right, so those are the chips. And it's another 20 minutes. I just realised to cook them, hopefully. So a little bit quick in the air fryer. Ooh, 12 minutes, not bad. So I'll do 6 minutes one side, give them a little shake, put on some peri salt, and then 6 minutes on the other side. Now is probably as good a time as ever to discuss kind of what's happening with me at the moment. It's been a while, obviously, since I uploaded last. I think it's been probably just over a month by the time I get around to editing this. So, as I mentioned earlier, I believe I was ill for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. I literally trained, I think, 2 times, maybe 3 times, and the sessions were all shit. Obviously I wasn't feeling 100%, but I said back now this week. I lost like 4.5 kilos, 5 kilos, which is a proper pain, but is what it is, and the weight is slowly coming back on now. I've been eating 5,000 calories every day for the last 4 or 5 days now, and that's the most food I've ever eaten in terms of like an average for a week, and that was doing I think 4,200, and then I had like 2 stupid days at the weekend of like 6,000, 7,000. And I think if anything, that actually made my appetite worse, because where I was having all those calories in such a short window,
my body wasn't digesting them, and I kind of feel those after effects for quite a few days after. So I'm thinking, my thought process is try and keep food as even as I can throughout the week, so I don't have any crazy high days or any crazy low days. So I'm keeping my appetite very kind of like regimented. I potentially might start introducing like slightly lower days on rest days. I have 2 rest days a week, and then so maybe taking like 200 grams of carbs off those days and then spreading them out across the training days. But I'll see if I need to do that, because if I can just keep it uniform, I just find it a lot easier day to day, like 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, and then just add 100 to 200 calories as and when I need it and when I see the weight's not moving. But as of this morning, as you saw, I was 91.7. I was 88.9 at my lowest, and the heaviest average I've had so far is 94.9. So I'm 4 kilos off my all-time heaviest. I'm only on TRT at the moment as well, so obviously you're going to have that slight increase in weight from being on slightly higher androgens as well, which I don't have at the moment. So when I go back on, will be I think late February. I've got it all written down my notes somewhere. So late February, I believe, is when I'll be going back on like another cycle, and I expect. I'm very hopeful that on that cycle I will get my body weight up to 100 kilos, because at the moment body composition is so good still, especially coming off the back of the illness. I was like, look a little bit flat, but now I'm starting to get back to that fullness again, and I'm looking really lean still. So yeah, I'm just hoping to get to 100 kilos this year finally, being pretty strong, and just finding what works for me, for my body in this bulk. Like at the end of the day, it matters what you eat to an extent, but if you can't eat the food, it literally does not fucking matter what diet you have, because at the end of the day, it's the same thing with kind. Like, you can eat I'm eating such nutritious foods, but if you're not in a deficit, you're not going to lose weight, so it don't fucking matter what you're eating. Same way in a bulk, like, yes, I'm eating just clean chicken and rice all day, which is what I was trying to do. My body can't fucking handle it. I need sugar, because if I don't have any sugar, like, the amount of fibre in the food, even if it's minimal, it's still too much for me to process at these huge quantities. So just more fucking refined sugar just goes down easier, obviously, and it's going to allow me to eat above and beyond kind of what I need to keep my appetite in a good place, so that I can continue to add food in the long run. So that's the thought process. That's a little rundown of where I'm at the moment. These chips have got another 7 minutes to go. I will update you when the chips are ready, and then I will weigh myself and go to bed, because I'm fucking tired, and I'm just looking at the countdown. There's 7 hours until I have to wake up and get ready for work, so wish me luck. The time is now, oh god, it's 10:54. Last meal, 300 grams of chips. The rest of this, the rest of this container of peach, and 1 square of Lindor pistachio chocolate to round off the calories for the day. I will put a this meal's roundup somewhere, and I'm also going to put up the total calories and macros for the day. That's a banging chip, to be fair. Not much to say really. I'm still pretty hungry. I could do another whole meal, to be fair, if I waited 45 minutes or so. But I'll get this down me, and then it will be time to check the physique. Right, so that is full day of eating done. This is what the physique is looking like. Not bad, to be fair, with all that food in me. Again, still, I'm saying relatively lean. To be fair, this line is doing me zero justice, but yeah, not bad. Let's check the weight in the PM. So, exactly, was that 2 kilos up from the morning? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to shut up now, go to sleep, I'm so tired. And as I said, I've got to be up at 5:30, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, which is hopefully no more than 2 weeks away. Peace, love, see you all soon.